Hello everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited, for some of you, and myself I suppose, review of a foundation that I got while I was over in Europe last November. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm finally going to be testing out the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Foundation Serum. Nope, Gel Foundation. It's the Healthy Mix Serum. The gel foundation. Okay. I know, it's taken me long enough. I mean, first off, this was big in the YouTube beauty community like years ago, and then I just finally got it months ago, and then when I finally did get it and I was gonna test it out, it was like all these other new foundations released, so I had to do those first. So this just kept getting put off and put off and put off. But as of late, I feel like quite a few of you have been saying like, Cassie, please, we've been waiting for you to review this, do it. And I'm like, all right, 'tis the time. Let me put this to the test. I am scared because I'm pretty sure this is absolutely not for oily skin. Hey! I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like a disaster on oily skin, but everyone hyped it up so much, I want to try it anyways. Just to make sure, let's hop on over to Bourjois' website and we can read about the product and everything, and then we can get on into testing it and see if it does or doesn't work on my skin. It'll go one way or the other. Like I said, this is the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. 16-hour radiance booster for even and revived complexion. This stuff is made from a vitamin-rich fruit therapy formula for an even complexion and an instant anti-fatigue result. It's got an instant blending gel texture that blends and glides onto the skin for an even natural finish with no mask effect. Great, and the skin's radiance is boosted for up to 16 hours. It only comes in 6 shades, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it's supposed to let the skin breathe and also feel light on the skin. You can see it looks like, you know, it's gonna vary how much this stuff costs, anywhere from $12-ish to $17. I don't know that this color is actually changing. But here you go, that looks like it's gonna be the lighter shade, and then the darkest shade doesn't look too terribly dark. And this is one of the reasons why I did not ever order this online. It's because, like, it doesn't really show the color selection anyway. There are very vague, you know, swatches and stuff, but how much can you trust that? And the company website doesn't even have them that I saw, so from what I know, the vanilla shade, which is what I got, is the lightest shade, so it's definitely not for super pale people, and then from what I could see, it's definitely not for anyone more than like a tan complexion, but you guys can let me know in person. I've forgotten at this point, but you know, what the shade range is really like in person, but I mean 6 shades, not that great. But anyways, let's go ahead. This is absolutely a YouTube made me buy it product, even though this is like the OG of YouTube made me buy it products. I'm very late on this one, but let's go ahead, let's sing the song together, and then we can get on into testing this out on my face. YouTube made me buy it, and now I'm gonna try it. We will get you zoomed in a little bit. Too much. There you go. As always, my skin has been washed and moisturized and all that good stuff. I also do wear a primer in these reviews because without it, the foundation would have absolutely no chance on my skin. I've got... ugh, my nose is just like one huge zit right now. I don't know, it might have been from a product I just recently tested, but it also might just be because I'm about to get my period, but it's like, I've got like these deep cystic bumps, and that's usually from trying a new product that my skin didn't like. That's unfortunate, but I definitely have some stuff that I want to be covering, and then I also do wear my glasses in these tests for the fellow glasses wearers of the world, so that we can see how the foundation wears underneath the glasses pads and where our glasses tend to touch our face throughout the day. So, here we go. Shake it up, open it up. Oh, on the bottle it says that this has a semi-matte finish. That's kind of confusing and intriguing. It looks like dimethicone is the second ingredient in here, so that's kind of nerve-wracking for me since silicones don't tend to work well with my skin. But here we go. Here it is. Okay. Oh, that is a bit runny, but let's see. I don't know, the scent doesn't seem to be too strong. Maybe that'll change when it's getting rubbed into my skin. Oh, this looks very yellow. Okay, no, it's got more of like, I guess I was expecting like a super fruity scent, but this seems to have like a floral. Oh my gosh, I look like a Simpsons character. That is yellow. Okay, yeah, there's the scent. I don't know, you guys, to me it smells more floral than anything. maybe like with a hint of fruit, but not like a ton. It feels like ultra moisturizing, that's for sure. Like it just feels like I'm rubbing a moisturizer into my skin. Doesn't look like it did too bad with the brush anyways. I will do the other side of my face with, you know, a sponge so that we can see the difference, but there you go. I mean, it's not like ultra well blended out or anything, but oh my god, this is so yellow. So you can see it looks like it's gonna need a bit of time to really sink into the skin. I'm thinking the sponge might work a little better just so it can kind of push it into the skin more, but oh, this is so yellow. Alright, well, thank god my friends love me for who I am, not what foundation color I wear. So, let's go ahead and do this side. Sponge for the win. That definitely helped to push it in and everything. And I just think it blended really easily with the sponge. So there you go with one coat. It still looks super yellow, but just for curiosity's sake, I'm gonna see if this really like builds up at all. I mean, I don't, it's not that it really claimed to be like an ultra buildable whatever foundation, but maybe. Alright, there we go. I think that built up, right? Provided more coverage on the redness of my nose. I mean, it's definitely not a full coverage foundation, but it does not claim to be, so I do think it looks, I mean, aside from the color being wrong, very natural on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy, but it's just got that like slight foundation weight to it. I think maybe once it sinks in, if it does sink in, that'll kind of go away. So I'm just gonna use a bit of concealer on some of my spots that need it, just because. There. And I feel much better now. I really think this looks nice, you guys. I thought it was gonna have a way more like dewy finish to it just because it says the radiance, but I think they really kind of nailed it. I do think my skin looks really luminous or radiant, but it does have a semi-matte look to it so far. Now granted, that might change with time, but as of right now, So I'm gonna go ahead and go put the rest of my makeup on. I need to film an eyeshadow thing, and then I will also be testing out a lipstick today, so it's going to be a little bit, maybe like an hour-ish until I check in with you guys again. It's currently 2:02 in the afternoon. Oh, fine clock, 2:03. But I will be checking in with you all in just a second here on YouTube Land, so I will see you all in just a second. Ready? Ding! Alright, so like I said, it has been a while. It's been about like an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. I just like, look at this lipstick. I can't get over this lipstick. And I actually love the way that this foundation looks. I think with my makeup and everything on, the color seems a bit more natural on me. I just think it looks really good. Like, it's getting a little warm in my apartment here, and yet still looks pretty semi-matte, right? I think it looks good in my nose pores. I really, really like this. And in terms of the flash photography test, I also think this looks incredible. Like, my skin looks flawless in those photos. So excited about that. Like I said, I'm really excited to see how this wears. My skin feels super soft, super hydrated. It definitely did end up, you know, settling in, so it doesn't feel like it's gonna be all transfery or anything. It feels very lightweight. So let's keep our fingers and toes crossed for me that this ends up going okay throughout the day. We shall see. I will be checking in with you all periodically. I've just got some chores to finish up around the house here. I feel like it's pretty clear. I'm doing laundry at the moment, so bed sheets are getting washed and all that good stuff. I need to vacuum, and then I'm going out with some friends for dinner and drinks, and we're seeing one of my friends perform on stage. She's a dancer, so very excited to go see that, and then I'll probably just be coming home and getting some work done. So it'll still be a fun day. I'm excited to bring you guys along with so that we can see how this does on me. And yeah, like I said, I'll be checking in with you all very soon, so I will see you all very soon here on YouTube Land. Bye! Hello everyone, good evening. It is the end of the night here. It is currently 3:19 in the morning. Yes, I'm a little drunk. Don't worry. Didn't drive. Honestly, when I got home here, I was like, I'm not even gonna check in on this foundation. I'm just gonna do the lipstick and then I'll have to redo the foundation another day because we went out. We went dancing. It's Prince's death's anniversary, and like being from Minnesota, like that's a big deal. So we were dancing and we were sweating, and so like I didn't think I was gonna have any foundation on when I got home. I was wrong. Please look. I would die for you. Now please, don't get me wrong, the foundation doesn't look like great, but the fact that it's on at all, I give it so much credit. I'm gonna go ahead and blot just because. I mean, clearly I was greasy, but I don't think I was as greasy as this blotting paper makes it look like I was. So like, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure this foundation is gonna look really good if you're not like super sweating and super gross. Yeah, like I'm thinking that is definitely the case. Where's my voice? I was singing too much Prince. Too many doves were crying tonight. I have not felt greasy in the slightest. Sweaty, sure, but greasy, no. I have felt matte all night long, even in the times and places when I was not a sweaty person. I feel so good. Like, this doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I can already tell you, in terms of my pause system, I'm giving this an initial big score, kind of. The shade range is gonna make it not so good. But, oh, sorry. Forgot to turn the light back up. It's so much more bright when I'm not sober. So if you are new here or need me to reiterate, I have got my pause system so that you all can see whether or not you're gonna want to get your pause on the product. P stands for price, A is for application, W is for wear, and S is for shade range. I am shocked that I can still list all of that off. For price, I mean, it's a pretty typical drugstore price as far as I can tell, you know, like at the sites and stuff that were saying it's like $13 to $15-ish. Pricier drugstore, but still drugstore nonetheless. So I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Application, I thought, you know, once I figured out sponge, it went on so easy, so nice. It blended out super duper quickly and it felt really nice going on. The smell, it's not as strong as I thought it would be. I feel like a lot of people always mention how strong the smell is and blah blah blah. I never really caught that big of a whiff of it. It definitely has a scent, but not intense, I don't think. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 on the application. For wear, I'm super impressed. Like, I didn't see any sort of transfer. Like I said, it doesn't look the greatest right now, but I have been sweating. And the fact that it is still on my face and doesn't look like complete and utter crap, and also the fact that it was so lightweight and it also felt like it kept me really matte, I have to give this a 5 on the wear. I really liked it and I'm really excited to keep on trying it out. And then shade range, I'm not so keen on the shade range. Like this one, I don't think you can tell with the ring light and everything, but it really is, the shade range is not good. I mean, anyone paler than me, it's gonna be too dark for you, and anyone with even kind of deep tan skin, it's gonna not come in your shade either. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'll give it, I mean, it's better than like one shade, but the 6 shades that they do have, I'm just gonna give it a 1 on the shade range. I'm only giving it a 14.5 out of 20, but the majority of that comes from the shade range. So if there is a color that is your shade, this gets a 13.5 out of 15 or a 4.5 out of 5 stars / pause. I am really happy with this. I mean, maybe when I'm going back and editing the footage and I'm completely sober, I'll change my mind. mind. But as of right now, I'm so pleased. I am so excited to keep on testing this out and seeing how it does like under normal conditions. So you guys will definitely be hearing more about it, you know, in a best and worst of beauty very soon, because like I said, I mean, with some foundations, I'm like not excited to try them out again at all. This one, I'm ready to put this back on my face. I mean, I'm ready to take it off and go to bed first, but tomorrow I'm excited about putting this on my face again. So I went ahead and wore this for another day so that you guys could see how this wears under normal conditions, like I said. So this was right after the previous live stream that I did. So it was around, you know, 3 o'clock-ish. And as you can see throughout the day, it was wearing really quite well. Like, it was the same thing where it felt pretty dang lightweight. It didn't make me feel greasy much at all until the very end of the night, you know, around the 7-hour mark or so. And even then, I think, you know, it still looked pretty darn nice aside from the color match, and it only had very minimal fading. And yes, I had an eyelash on my lip, let's all ignore that. And you can see when you touch it, a little bit of the foundation does come off, but not in a manner where it leaves a complete streak mark behind, so I appreciated that. So I went ahead and blotted, and I was shocked. I did not feel as oily as I apparently was, but you can see that the foundation did not come off with the blotting paper, which is great, and I was ready to keep on wearing it, so that I did, until it was time for me to go to bed. Tired Cassie. But here you go. Here's what it looked like at the end of the night. It had minimal fading, but it did have some kind of weird rubbed off crusty spots. I don't know what that was from. I really honestly cannot tell you, but I think overall it looked good. It just, you know, maybe this is more of like an 8 to 10 hour wear foundation, but I quite like it. So there you go. If anything, as always, I just hope this was helpful for you guys in seeing whether or not this YouTube hyped product, at least back in the day, to see if it is something that you are going to want to try out for yourselves. If it was, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. I would love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!